Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to the first video of 2021. Today I'm going to show you my town decorated for Christmas before the Christmas decorations go away, as well as my Christmas haul, and something special is going to light up towards the end of the video as well, so stay tuned for that. But let's jump right in, there's so much to show you. Welcome to my Christmas festival. So like my Halloween festival, I've closed off both of these streets here and decorated the park for Christmas. We got the giant tree in the center, markets over here, and a frozen forest area over here. So I'll start off with the markets and explain them bit by bit because there is a lot going on. So we've got the markets over here, and I've removed the tree so that we can film this one properly. But the markets is a combination of previous Christmas builds and advent calendars from the past. So got a little snow machine over here. Oh, yes. So one thing that I actually want to do this year is put plates underneath the festivals because I'm constantly knocking stuff over, and I worked it out with the Halloween one. So that'll allow me to put a lot more detail in when I build them this year. But just for now, please excuse me if I knock anything over because it's a bit difficult not to. So we've got the little Christmas trains over here. We've got some elves, the Build-A-Minifigure elves, gathering around for some Christmas turkey and salad, snowman, hot chocolate and cookies. We've got the train ride ticket booth over here. Just a couple of snowmen getting around the place, some tables where people are drinking cocoa and celebrating, and a lot of sig figs that you may recognize if you follow some of the Lego accounts on Instagram. So it's a very busy little area, but yeah, I look forward to having white plates at the bottom and building a bit more permanent structures that don't fall over when I'm moving my hands around. So moving on to the Christmas tree now. So here we have the grand tree. This was the 2019 gift with purchase for Christmas, and I knew I absolutely had to have it because it was the perfect solution for a giant Christmas tree for my park. Some of my favorite builds from the advent calendars are the little Christmas presents, which I have scattered around the tree, as well as the snowman, and you might even see my sig fig here too with my little corgi substitute. I am hoping that they will make a corgi Lego dog one day, but until then, my red and brown husky will have to do. So we've got all sorts of stuff going on over here. I've put some, they kind of look like a holly, a white holly with transparent blue dots on it to help the lamp posts look a bit more festive. Over here on the flag posts we have Christmas wreaths. So they're just the green life preserver with a red flower, and it helps the street look a bit more festive too. I've put red and green transparent studs underneath the bus stops, so it kind of looks like they've got Christmas lights as well. So there's a couple of things that I've done around here just to make it a bit more festive, including putting an ice angel in the fountain, replacing the usual statue that's there. So yeah, we got all the people gathered around the tree. Grandma's reading a book. We've got Jack Frost from earlier this year. And yeah, that's just about it. It's a nice place for people in sig figs to gather and enjoy the Christmas spirit. And it bridges the gap between the markets and the frozen forest, which I'll cover in just a second. So this is the frozen forest area of my Christmas festival. It's something that I put together a couple of days ago. I did initially want to have an ice skating rink in here, but I ran out of time and resources getting closer to Christmas. So I was actually pretty impressed after building the winter snowball fight, which this little build and the little snow fort over here came from. And I had a whole pick-a-brick bucket full of these pine trees from sets over the years, put them together, and I was really impressed with how it turned out. So this year we have the little kids play area where there's two little snowball fight areas. Got two little forts, got the girl with the skis, guy on the snowboard. This little kid over here has a sleigh with him. So it's just a pretty simple area, but visually it occupies the space because it did look a bit funny without it. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And if you want to come and have a look up here, we have the advent calendar build with the reindeer and Santa's sleigh on top of the emporium. So it feels a bit festive. The forced perspective from a distance, it probably looks the right height for the minifigures. And just one other thing I want to mention is I like to change things for the seasons, including the emporium's window. So if you can see very closely at the bottom of the emporium, I've put some winter clothes in the window to replace the wedding attire that is normally in there. So I like to change that for the seasons as well. Just something small that I can do that, well, in pictures, completes the scene. Yeah, so we'll move on and I'll show you the area that I've got set aside for my Chinatown expansion in just a moment. So before we jump into the Chinatown area, I did want to point out that in the window of the bakery, I have a gingerbread house where the wedding cake used to sit. So that's another thing that I like to update for Christmas. I really do like these advent calendar mini builds, especially the Christmas themed ones, because I love doing stuff like this in my town. Anyway, back to the Chinese New Year. So we do have a bus stop outside of the temple, which fits perfectly, but I'll remove that so we can see a bit better. I've started to add the scenes back into the area, and we've got May and Monkey Kid here now. So my plan for this area next year, now that we have news of the Spring Lantern Festival and it's been officially confirmed, so I'll have the temple here, and I actually bought another one because I heard that this set was retiring quietly and we wouldn't be able to get it rather than having it available at the same time as the new Chinese New Year sets. So I got myself another one to add it back to the temple. So this big structure, which has served its purpose, will my own creation will go. And in its place, I'll build the reverse to the temple. This area here will be the gardens, and I'll extend the market coming out this way instead. So this building over here will be swapped for where the park is. The gardens will go behind the temple, and I'll run the market, instead of going this way, it'll be this way. And it will be a lot more open and spacious. So it'll be a bit easier to film, a bit easier to see, and to show you guys how it's going as well. But I do look forward to redoing this area a little bit. It's been great for now, but with more Chinese New Year sets coming out, there is just so much more potential for it. So I look forward to updating you on that in the very near future. So we've moved to the bridge now, and just here I've used the extra sticker pack to put road signs, directional signs above the bridge. So on this side we have Mount Clutchmore, and on the other side we have Paradisa Beach. So these are something that I've wanted to put on the bridge since day one, and now we finally have road and directional signs on there, and I really like how that turned out. So that's the new thing for the bridge. I actually also bought the second bookshop, so we'll have another one going here in the very near future. I needed the ice skating rink. I really like this gift with purchase, so I made a point of picking it up before it went away, which means that the bookshop will now be able to go here. I'll just build this one in mirror, and yeah, this area will be completed too. So 2021 is going to bring a lot of completion to this town. Now, just for the final surprise, if you can give me a second, I'm going to hit the lights and we're going to light up the bridge. And there we have it. So I often get asked about how I plan to light up my town in future, and the unfortunate reality is that I can't do cables or wires because I take my town apart quite often. So I need a battery solution, and these fairy lights attached to a battery pack are perfect for me, but they work best because I don't particularly move the bridge. So they never get in the way, they don't interfere with me, and subsequently I can light up under the bridge. But one cool thing to note is that I use the Technic plate to actually keep the fairy lights secured, and I'll go through and use more of them when I have more of them, but for right now they kind of create like a little industrial light effect under the bridge with these Lego elements. That's, I think, pretty cool. So that just about wraps up this video. Thank you for 500 YouTube subscribers and for ending the year on a high note. Looking forward to an awesome 2021. So until next time, bye bye for now.